Mike Jones here with Ken's. Boy, have we got a packed out show for you. Come with me. Check this out.
This is what we do. We make your dreams come true with the sound and vision that's top notch and new. Ken's Audio Video, the only store for you.
You know, when we started, it was 1978, I was only 10 years old, so I can't say I was a part of that day. But my father and my uncle started it up, now me and my brother, and of course our kids in it. But the blessing is to know that, we had a location right next door. We actually started across the street. And what we do, if you'll kind of let me give you the wide angle is, we have a whole section of the store over here that's committed to the audio and video on the 12-volt side. So the reason I say 12-volt is because that applies to, golf carts and side-by-sides and ATVs and box trucks and cars and trucks like the rest of us drive. But there's so much out there now that we put sound on, and so this is kind of a whole committed side of the store. As you see, we have this entire display that's called the hookup display. This is where you can come in and buy all of your fuses and all of your protection and all of your bass knobs and everything you need, all these special harnesses you need for the day's vehicles to do anything with them. All this is here, power kits and all that, subwoofer boxes that are vehicle specific, and all this comes in to let you know, we have our own Ken's brand of subwoofer boxes now that right now that stacks down because we have sold a bunch of them, but it stays stacked up. There's one of our golf cart vehicles. It's one of our demo vehicles back there in the back. And this kind of just gives you an idea as you process through the store. This is the same here, my Warner Robins store. It's a little different, but the same idea. It's committed areas. And you'll come through here, and this is always going to be like our weekly specials for home audio stuff, receivers and sound bars and subwoofers and CD players and really cool stuff. I've got a sound bar display. And so when you come in, you can kind of go to these sections and kind of have your own private moment with the salesman. And you got car stereo over there, which they typically play it louder than they do over here. Then we have an entire section committed just to TVs, and it's going to be Sony and Samsung are the brands that we choose. We really believe in their process, and we don't have any issues on the service side with them, which matters the most with us to be able to take care of you long term. So when you come in, you'll see sizes all the way from 32 all the way up to 100-inch. And then we have specific rooms and stuff that's out here in front is on special. That's a living room setting that shows you like a fireplace with a TV. This is another different living room setting where you can actually test speakers, and we're fixing to have a 2-channel Macintosh room where you'll be able to sit and display and listen to Macintosh products on its own, and then a full-blown theater on the end over there. And the blessing of this is it's all kind of set up for you to be able to come in and kind of let your imagination wander. We try to change these areas out a lot to show you different ideas. This is our outdoor display with a true outdoor TV. And the blessing of that is in Macon and the Warner Robins store, you get this same feel. So the idea behind this is we want you to be able to walk in here, and we know that it's your hard-earned time and your hard-earned money, and we want to be able to serve you the best we can, which is why these stores are set up. And I'm talking about, I use the word Mac Daddy, but they are set up Mac Daddy to be able to serve you to make sure you get exactly what you want: audio, video, security. Awesome. All right, I'm super excited to introduce you to 2 vehicles that we just did. So before I'm gonna do the specials, I'm gonna take you to the first one right now. These electric vehicles, they're everywhere now. And there's some really big electric vehicles, like a Hummer. And so I'm gonna show you this Hummer we just did. This is amazing. Check this out. Okay, brand new 2024 Hummer EV. I'm sure you're seeing a cutaway of the outside right now. This is one big mama. I think I read that it has over 600 horsepower in electrical world. It weighs over 8,500 pounds in weight world. I don't know what that means. But anyway, what it doesn't have is bass. Zero, nada, nada, zada. So what we've learned about these electric vehicles is they have to be very tedious on how much you can do on the draw, because again, it completely depends on electricity. We've done quite a few Teslas over time, and we've learned which amps are efficient and which ones aren't. And some people come in and go, I don't drive far enough for that to matter. And some people go, hey, I don't want to be stranded on the highway because I had too much bass. Like there's such a thing as too much bass. But anyway, in the world of this, we did a tremendous amount of power, and I'm going to show you a cutaway now of the front, because what they call them. In the front up there, we did a cool amp rack that'll accommodate these giant T-top steel like they're supposed to, but it allows him to put all the stuff up front that gives him the boom. So we tied into this factory Hummer screen, and that makes it where we don't have to modify any wiring. You go right back where it was if we choose to. Now, the blessing of this is we didn't need 1, we didn't need 2, we didn't need 3, but we needed 4 8-inch subwoofers that held over 1,000 watts a piece. They are so massive, they barely fit in the box because the magnet is so big. These new grills that we've had fabricated are amazing. They are solid metal heavy, and it makes it where people get back there and not kick and mess up the woofer, but it still gives it a lot of dispersion. You're gonna see that in a minute. Custom built the subwoofer box by our guy Chris. On the, we got a whole wood shop and all that over there. We can build quite literally anything you can dream of, which is exactly what this guy that owns this Hummer EV was dreaming dreaming of, and he's about to take delivery of it in just a second. Now, bass, yeah, we got some bass. Let me give you a little juice here. This is mind-numbingly a lot of bass.
First on the track.
It is, wow, and the bass is turned to like a quarter. We have a bass knob down there. I'm sure
I be
you've seen
feeling like I don't be popping enough, I be humble. I'ma keep showing my ass if I walk. Hang up the phone on that like the number. I told you don't play with me. And she be acting funny, probably naked in the knee. I thought I was fake. She say I'm a cheat. They thought I was taking. I'm ready to mingle. Is you saying look good? I do my little dancey dance. I pick up my pants with bands for playing. And I don't get the talk is cheap, cause now they talk.
I have no idea if you're getting all that I'm getting, but it's so good. Okay, back here is the back seat, of course. These fold up, and this is this amazing subwoofer box. You can see 4 8-inch subs. This is built to exact specs, which is why it hits so hard. And we tune these boxes to what they call a frequency. And if you're a nerd like me, you're going, dude, shut up. But if you're not, you're going, what's a frequency? Well, our ears hear 20 hertz to 20,000 hertz if you have good hearing, and anything below 100 hertz is bass. Well, we dial these into like 40 hertz, so you can feel it in your chest. You can hear it, but you more than important, you can feel it. That's what it is about the music. So 4/8 solid metal grills, custom fabricated box. You saw the amplifier in the front. You saw the bass knob. We tied it all in the factory. And guess what? If he sells this summer next year and buys a brand new, and all this comes out, and nothing has been modified, nothing in regards to warranty, nothing in regards to the vehicle, and this is mounted dead solid, so if he gets into an accident, we don't have to worry about this being a part of the accident. Big power. Hummer EV. Ken's. This is what we do. It's just, they just did an amazing job in our custom bays back there here at our Macon location. Do the same thing in our Warner Robins location. Now, in the world of deals, the new Sony Mobile ES speakers, which we've talked about these a few times, the newer generation of them, they come in all different sizes. But the blessing is, Sony makes a true silk dome tweeter, and I love this trim ring. You see how flush it sits when it sits inside? So I like this because you can flush it into a door panel and it's clean. I love this polymer, this what they call butyl surround here that handles weather over time. And I like the fact that when you buy their speakers, it comes with a grill. Believe it or not, a lot of times when you buy speakers like this, they don't come with a grill. You have to pay extra for the grill, which doesn't make any sense to me. So $399, Sony's arguably one of the best high-end speakers you can make. Now, in the world of, hey, I just don't want to spend $399, JL Audio has done so very, very good with what they call C1 series, just $159, and just a really good that comes in a 5 1/4, 6 1/2, 5x7, and 6x9. So when you come in to see kind of all these deals, you kind of want to go in here and do exactly what I just did. I mean, I want to push and see what that sounds like in comparison. I want to push and see what that sounds like, because I want to listen to my music on this, which right now we're just using the thumb drive, but it's good for you to get what you want to get out of it. I tell everybody, no matter what vehicle you have, changing out the speakers by itself is a 30% difference in sound quality, no matter what, even if you don't add an amplifier. It's just the way it works. In the world of amplifiers, you're going to see amplifiers, subwoofers, you're going to see subwoofers, and the blessing of this is this display is always changing out. You're always going to see little ins and outs and holes because we sell a lot of product, but the blessing is whether you're going to do a double 12 box. Right now, you're seeing a cutaway of the Rockford Fosgate 212 package that we have on sale right now. One of them's only $899, and it comes with big power and a bass knob. In the world of head units, I've got them at Macon in the Warner Robins location. These work and they do their part. We do a lot of what they call the single dens, which are like muscle cars, especially like guys with the Lincoln Continentals with the suicide doors. They'll put these in a custom console. They'll put these in the glove box. That's kind of being a new rave now, these Continentals. If you've had muscle car, old Monte Carlos, I used to be Monte Carlo, I'm still a Monte Carlo fan, or El Camino guy, you'll do these. For you double dens, any of the Hondas, when you get into the 90s and up, will hold a double den. And then the newest thing is these floating screens. Now, the floating screens come in all shapes and sizes, and for the most part, when you get to Sony and you get to Alpine and you get to Pioneer, you just get really amazing clarity and quality, and the fact that it can mount in just a simple what they call, so this tablet mounts in a hole this big, which keeps it simple to use. Now, let me give you a great example of that. We just worked on a car, and I will let you know that I had to compete. The sound system, I had to compete with the motor. So for me to have a sound system that would sound good like the motor, I think you'll understand what it is when you see this Ferrari. I'm in love. We are in a Ferrari 599 GTB. Amazing in every sense of the word. I mean, amazing like I want you to hear this. I hope you can hear that like I hear that, but oh my gosh. So the first is, how do you make something sound better than that does? There's a competition here, Ferrari sound versus perfect digital sound. We're going to get to that in just a second. So the blessing of this is we deal with a company called Morel. We deal with a company called Alpine, and they make processors and they make speakers. You're going to see a cutaway of the speakers here in just a second of what came out of here and what went in here. The blessing of this company Morel is they got with Scuderia, I think I'm saying that correct. It's Scuderia, and they make a speaker that's 6.5. I'm sure you've seen a cutaway that has an inverted magnet made out of carbon fiber, so it will fit in these lightweight applications like Ferrari and like Lamborghini. And the idea behind this is we have to take all of these panels apart, which by itself just takes a lot of time. It's an Italian true exotic car. Now, what it came with was a basic tweeter pod, which is up here. I'm sure you're seeing a cutaway of that right now, one on each door. These are handmade carbon fiber tubs that hold our Morel tweeter. It's a Silkdome tweeter, and it fits literally into the factory location. Now, another blessing is we have our own harness that is a Ferrari harness that has our ends on the other end. We plug into the Ferrari without touching anything or modifying anything. There are speakers in the dash, which are about a 3-inch, and they're underneath that factory grille. And you see how this is made. This is all carbon fiber, all lightweight, all mesh. All this has to come apart. Very important to know that we took our time getting everything apart. In the rear back here, on this side panel right here, there is a 6-inch speaker on each side, and that was entered from the factory. The rear deck back there you see is a custom deck. That has a 6.5-inch on each side and a subwoofer in the middle. This vehicle came without a subwoofer in the middle, but it had a location for a subwoofer in the middle. So we took that entire rear deck and all this to pieces, put it all back together. Now, down in the floorboard there is a subwoofer, and that has a processor down there that gives us the way to power 9 speakers with a processor. Now, the processor has to be set up through a computer, which I'm sure you've seen a cutaway right now of Austin as he was plugged into the back, into the trunk. And you literally get into this car and we measure the distance between this tweeter in my face, that mid-range in my face, that mid-range in my face, and we build this entire car around the driver, and it is remarkable. I'll give you a sound demo in just a second. So we have 9 speakers, which includes the sub, digital processor. Now, the factory head unit was a basic head unit, which the blessing of these floating screens like this Alpine 10-inch is it will fit into that slot back there, but still fit. I mean, literally, this looks like it was built by Ferrari. It's a factory. It doesn't cover up my AC controls or my AC vents, which is very, very important. Listen at this clarity. Y'all, when you have it this clean, the clarity, I hope you can get it. This staging, which means I feel like I'm in front of a stage. Listen to this, how the sound moves. It's incredible. I mean, the bass is just perfect. Here we are, Ferrari 599 GTB, best brands, Morel, Alpine, and those boys at Ken's, boys and girls at Ken's, you know what I'm going to say because it works right here. This is what we do. All right, in the world of flat panels, you know, we carry Sony. They make a whole series of what they call Q series, and then now Sony's Samsung is Q series, and Sony has gone to a series called Bravia. Now, Bravia has been around, but now it's called Bravia 3, 5, 7, 9. And I remember I showed you these on one of our infomercials. This is the newest series of the Bravias that gets up into the 5 and the 7, but it is masterful, if that's the right word to use, when you get into the Bravia world. And the color's incredible. They're going to come in all the way from 43, 50, 55, 65, 75, 77, and it just gets bigger all the way up to the 98. This is the Bravia 8 series, and I'm just telling you, they have just home run it when you get in to come in and compare these. Look at the colors, amazing. Now, in that realm, you know, we carry a bunch of different sizes, and we will come out and pick that out. You know, you'll see my phone number come up right here, because that's the blessing is me or Kurt will come out and design a system no matter where you are, and we'll make sure we get the right size and the right sound and the right, you know, it's just nice to pick out. Now, if you're a do-it-yourselfer, you can come in and we'll pick it all out and load it up. If it don't fit in your car, I had a guy in a 2-door Lexus the other day. He bought more stuff than fit in a 2-door Lexus, which wasn't a lot. So we just loaded it up in my truck and took it over to his house. We will make sure all of it gets to your house if you're the DIY guy or girl. If you're not the DIY guy or girl and you want us to do it, well, that's what we do, which is the reason I should show you this house. Oh, goodness gracious, this house that we just did up at Lake Oconee. Check this out. Stone fireplace, and that is the Samsung Artwork television, and it looks exactly like art. Look at that. And we have Sonos in place, that way you can have music, which is what you're hearing now. And then we put speakers in the rear, right here. They're flushed as well. and that gives them sound for the kitchen. And all this is connected through your Wi-Fi for your Sonos app. So you have that artwork stays up until you decide you want to watch a game. I'm sure you've seen a cutaway of the actual television. Now, you go here, check this out. Look at this view. Oh my goodness. So beautiful. Flip this around. We have another Sonos Zone flush mount speakers. So beautiful. That's the Samsung Terrace. That is a 55-inch all-weather TV. Zero glare. Even when right here with all the sun coming in, it's just absolutely a perfect picture. Also stone fireplace. That was tricky, that little installation there. Stay with me. We're going to come right back through here. We come in here to the master bedroom. I just have the smart TV features pulled up. This is a standard 55 Sonos speaker. It's nice and clean. Works wonderfully. Again, controlled from their phone. And there's that. We come downstairs and you see surround sound. So nice. Look at that 85-inch. Absolutely amazing. Full Sonos. And then we go right here. We go out here. Look at this. Another 55-inch terrace with music. And look at this, what they're looking at every day of their life. Here's my phone number. Give me a call. We'll design it just like we did for these folks from scratch and get your entertainment and security on. All right, we have, a location in Macon and a location in Warner Robins, and you probably already know these things about us, but that's the blessing of the retail store of who we are. So, Sony soundbars, this is a brand new model that just came out with that has Bluetooth, and it's just amazing sound for $129. Klipsch's new soundbar, called the Flexus 200, just came out. It's only $499, and it is an incredible sound, and it has a built-in subwoofer built into the soundbar. This is an easy part. When you want to buy amplifiers, you can do that, or I love these traditional home theater into the boxes. It comes with everything you need, which comes with a receiver, it comes with 5 speakers, it comes with a subwoofer, it even comes with speaker wire to make your home theater. All you have to have is a TV to plug into it to make it come true. And this is one way of doing sound. Now, we do sound on the residential side, so we do sound bars. You're probably seeing a cutaway of a theater right now. We do a lot of movie theaters, a very big part of who we are since in the 80s when they started doing movie theaters. We do a lot of commercial stuff, so big buildings, and you need to matter of fact, I got one for you. We do a lot of work for the Pickle Barrel. Pickle Barrel has multiple stores. They're opening up 2 more, as a matter of fact, in the near future. But their store in Sandersville, when I say, I don't know if I can do the home run thing because their logo is a pickle holding a baseball bat, but this was our men and women killed. This is so beautiful. Check out Pickle Barrel, Sandersville, Georgia. Awesome. All right, here we are. We are in Pickle Barrel in Sandersville. Now, they have multiple locations, and they have more locations coming. They got one in Gray, one in Milledgeville, one in Dublin, which is amazing. And then this is in Sandersville, and it is perfection. Now, when you have 26 flat panels throughout the place, we're going to talk about that, and you have music that goes up into the ceiling, it's all disguised and clean and simple. Control everything from an iPad. I'm sure you've seen a cutaway of the iPad now that allows them to have the bar as a zone, the dining room as a zone, the banquet outside patio as a zone, and the banquet, yes, right, I said banquet room. They have a big banquet room on the other side too, and you can play 4 different things, or like right now, I have them all linked together. We had DirecTV come in and put in receivers everywhere so they can watch a minimum of 6 different programs, whatever you want to do, or 12 different programs, whatever you want to do, so you can have multiple football games on at the same time. Now, when you walk up into here, this is the main dining area. So that right now, we have it playing the same music, but we can play something down there, like a game down there, and have 80s up here if we choose to. Look at all of these flat panels all the way around the room. I love how our men built these what these called V brackets here that allow the TVs to oppose each other. Come around this side right here. Again, all Yamaha speakers, everything's up in the rafters, so you don't have to have stuff hanging down and wires hanging down. But you see how all of these are different programs. The idea behind that is I can make every 3rd or 4th TV the same. That way, if I'm sitting here, like if I sit right here, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, minimum 5 different things I can watch at the same time. You go, well, why do I want to watch 5 things? Well, why not? You go out into the patio area. This is super duper fun out here, and I love it. You got 1, 2, 3 different programs playing. This is the newest of the edition right here. This is a banquet room that you can bring your family or something. I know they have a lot of bridal showers and stuff here, but what a cool setting. Again, look, 1, 2, 3, 4 more panels, and this is another zone, and if you can't tell, this sounds incredible. I put huge power in here. He wanted to be able to jam up. Big old Klipsch speakers and 250 watts of power out here. They're amazing at what they do. They got 4. They're going to have 6 of these things fast enough. But the blessing of this is it's a very comfortable environment, big sound, big TV. So what do? You got game day, you got your banquet area. It's just, hey, I just want to go have a good lunch. I eat here every single time I'm in Sandersville. Let's take it over to the office so I can show you the security camera views, which are spot on perfection. Check this out. You have to have an overview so I can watch production, all my employees. I'd be able to watch clients to make sure that they're safe. I need to watch it from a liability standpoint. And if you have multiple restaurants like these folks do, you got to be able, if I'm in Dublin, I need to be able to watch Sandersville. If I'm in Sandersville, I got to be able to watch Milledgeville. And by doing that, we put them all on one app. And with the app, it allows me to merge all of them as one or look at them all separately. Now, when we do full HD, it's got to be like this. I'm going to show you some detail. Let's go here. I mean, look at the detail. I can see every single thing that's going on, right? That's in my kitchen. I have over 30 views in here. I'm just showing you a few of them. But look at here, it's my dining room. I can see my tables. I can see the grain of the wood on the floor. I can see anybody that comes in the door. And this is the new banquet room on the outside. We pieced them all together so they didn't have to have multiple camera systems. It's just really simple and easy. When we come in, we put it on your phone, we put it on your computers, we have a live view like this, and then we have a massive monster hard drive that records over and over. So he has over a month of video he can view in case something happens and it was a week or 2 weeks or 3 weeks before we remembered that. This can all be redone. What do? We drop it onto a thumb drive. That way we can give it to the police or whoever you got to do if you have to file something. It just makes it easy. Now, most of the time you don't have issues, but if you don't have this in your home, if you don't have something like this in your residential, in your commercial or your business, you are leaving yourself wide open for the bad guys, because the bad guys exist, and that's why we have to have that. My phone number comes up right here. It's just how I started this relationship with Picklebell many years ago. Is they called me, they asked me if it's free. We figure out what your performance is going to be, what your budget is going to be. Then my dudes do what they do, and bada bing, we are good to go. This is what we do. So they got digital sound, digital music, all iPad controlled. They got 26 or maybe more than that flat panels that will show 26 different channels if he chooses to do that, which I think is just incredible to think that way. Multiple channels, he's got full control, and he's got security in place to take care of his investment. There's my phone number. That's what that's for, especially in that commercial and residential. Whatever you got on your mind, I will come in and we will fine tune it to make it work versus your performance versus your bang for the buck. But no matter what, you know what you don't pay extra for at Ken's? In-store service. This is what we do.
Hey y'all, Cooper with Ken Stereo here. Today we're in Statesboro, Georgia, and I just want to show you something pretty cool. We did a couple of things here, right? You can look up above my head. You see that it's a PTZ optic camera looking for all of our live stream function, right? So zoom in on the pastor, zoom in on drummer, that kind of stuff. That is just so important with a live stream, being able to follow a pastor, especially if you have somebody like my dad, Michael. He loves to move around while he's talking. You get to have that camera focus on him, not blur, not lose, just the track of them. It's just very seamless, very easy to function as well. I don't know if you can see it. You're probably seeing a cutaway of it now. The speakers at the front of the stage, that's also really cool. We took a couple hours doing that. We got Gene, our carpenter. He put them up to the ceiling. He hung them. They're secure, and also they look a lot better. They were just on the floor. These on the side were just way down here. Just look kind of ugly, right? So we're able to fix that. It looks amazing. PTZ optic here. Why don't we go to the booth real quick?
Wow, that was a quick transition. All right, Justin with Ken's here. We're up here in this booth. We've got a bunch of cool stuff. So we've got Blackmagic Design handling our video switching. And then we also have PTZ Optics again running our camera. So we've got a controller, so that way they can move it however they want. They can go down, they can go up, they can go left, they can go right. We also have our multi-view up here. So this is showing our camera, and it also has our ProPresenter feed up here. So if we switch over, this is our online feed. They don't do any video in-house. Everything they do is online. We're using ProPresenter 7, so that's what they're doing. All of their slides, their announcements, their graphics, all come from here running off of Windows. And then we also did a digital mixer. So we've got a Yamaha, it's a TF5. It's fully programmable, fully able to do EQ, compression, gate, names. There's scenes. So if somebody comes in here and just messes this thing up, we can actually pull a scene up and it's going to reset. So that way, if you've got people that end up messing with stuff or tearing stuff up, you can always go back to where you were. This also can be ran off of an iPad. We can put it on a network and they can control it out from in the congregation. That's a really cool thing as well. I'm going to give you a little sound demo here. So it's got great clarity. Like I said, we came in and put 4 mains in. 2 are hanging from the ceiling, 2 are over off on the side. They just wanted to kind of modernize a lot of their stuff. Like I said, this board has a really big advantage over the old school analog. It's much easier to use, much more user friendly. So like I said, we were able to come in, get them all up to date. They've got streaming, they've got sound, and they have graphics. That's what we do.
Thank you. Thank you for letting us do this that we do with you. I feel so connected to folks when I see them, out in public, and they recognize who we are and what we do, because we really do live and breathe what we get to do for you. We don't ever take that for granted. We understand it's your time and your hard-earned money, and I get that. We have a store in Macon and Warner Robins that do exactly that, about 25 employees to do exactly that. But we educate them. We have our own CNC machine. We have our own technicians. There's hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of tools between these buildings, and we got multiple vans and multiple trucks that do that. And I don't say that for a second to say, ooh, look at us. I say that all this is so that we can serve you properly and it be a long-term relationship, with which we've been doing again since 1978. Now, since 1978, things have changed just a tad. What do you think? Right here's our social media, and that's a way for you to keep up with us through Instagram and through Facebook and through YouTube. And these are blessings just to see all the cool ideas. We post a lot of really good ideas that you give. If you get a chance to go to one of those and like us and follow us, we would be so grateful for that. Make sure you look at the slingshot that we just posted recently with the lighting. It was dynamite. Look at the Ferrari. We posted that as well. Plus, you're going to see it. You already probably saw it on this show as well. But I'm really grateful to get that. We don't take, again, I don't say that lightly. We do not take it for granted. I am grateful. I am grateful. My brother and I are just grateful. I just want to put that out there. Now, I end every show with scripture, and this scripture is beautiful. Psalm 119, 105 says, "Your word is a lamp to my feet and a light to my path." What that tells me is, He is my light. The Bible says, pick up your armor and put it on. That means there's a cold world out there, man. It's going to beat you down. But you're a light for my path. You show me which way I'm supposed to go. I trust you. I say it all the time. I want to follow Him so close I can't see around His shoulders. You probably have heard me say that before. I mean that. I want to be so tight with Him. You're a light for my path. In other words, when I'm not going with you, I'm walking towards the dark. And we know what that does. I know what that does. So I plead with you. Give God a chance. And you watch what happens. He will change your life. Come see us at Ken's and Macon in Warner Robins. Okay? There he goes. Okay, good. And cut. With the best brands of business, Sony and Samblung. Samblung. It's a new brand. It's from China. No interest financing. Let's start over. Their price is our price. Plus middle price. Dude, what has happened? Did I say in-store service? Was that good? Yeah. Good, really? Get her.
Oh, hey there. Cooper with Ken Stereo. I'm thankful for my beautiful wife, my family, my friends, my job, and most of all, I'm thankful for the farmers.